Go.
Hey, good people, wonderful people. Thank you very much for joining us on the 6th episode of Different Strokes MNZ Family Matters. He is Marco Zingaretti.
And she is Nomatansan Zingaretti. I don't know how to say it and I'll never be able to pronounce it, but that's fine.
And together we are Different Strokes MNZ. Thank you very much for joining us once again. I know I've said this, I say it all the time. Today we are discussing a very rather unsettling, very disconcerting and hurtful topic of rape culture in South Africa. Rape comes in all forms and shapes, but it's all encompassing. So it's not limited to, but also sexual assault,
Harassment,
molestation, etc. We are joined in our humble little studio today by a lady who I believe is a strong woman and very influential in her own right, influential in her own community. She is going to introduce herself. I just need to touch on this subject of sexual assault and rape in South Africa. The unfortunate and most disconcerting parts are the fact that on the danger index for women, South Africa is ranked number one most dangerous country in terms of street safety for women, in terms of homicide, sexual violence, and partner violence. We are famous for all the wrong reasons, and it is so scary because this is the country that we live in. Ausi Phindi. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for joining us. And I know that it's been a long time coming because we've started communicating some time back.
Yeah.
But we are finally here.
Yeah.
Please introduce yourself to our audience.
Okay, mina nguphindile Ngobo Nzama Nkruna, namasene my I was born at Tembisa Hospital by Mama and Baba Bangtandayo, and I grew up at Tembisa, went to school at Tembisa. I started working for the community because I still remember and said we must go to Etoitoi, even we don't know what's Etoitoi. So I started in the early stage to feminism. So
yeah. So you appeared in one of the ANC conferences. I think that picture told 1,000 words, and it's normally said a picture tells 1,000 words. That picture told a story. Would you like to share it with us?
Yeah. Okay. Ngisebenza 119. It's an organization, an NGO. So 119, they taught me this name. They taught me how to be strong. They taught me how to say things with action, not with words. So some other things I got it from 119. And in that sense, the 119 young engage in call for action. So you call for action there, the women that have to give president the memorandum about GPV in South Africa. So I was engaging Nalabu Mama, we were sitting doing meetings during the week, and we planned for the match in March a union building to hand over a memorandum, and we went to a union building. What makes me very angry on that day, even if people say because the president knew Ausi, but the president decided to move and go somewhere else, and he came back around 11 at night. So to show Uguti safety, it's not even something that they think of or they normalize something so it hurts me, but I stood there until as a president we give him a memorandum, and there was a saying of a summit, we're going for a summit. I didn't know what is a summit. As Nkulele Tembisa, ngifundanga ukuyaphi, but ngikwazi ukuthi ngarejwa. Yabona, so yonke lento isukelela lapho ukuthi azange ngifundiswe incwadi, ngafundiswa ukurejwa. So we went to summit, and ekuseni nje ku summit, like sonke sikhona ku 119, like 3 people they were there to support the gender-based violence summit leyo. But sometimes umntwana lento sifundisa abantwana ezindlini bafowethu, you have to practice it nathi. Ngikhuluma no president. Kubuhlungu ukukhuluma nomuntu umbona ukuthi akakunakanga. So lo baba bengikhuluma naye akanginakanga, uyabhala ukhuluma nalo mama oseceleni kwakhe. Ngiyenze kanjani ukuthi lo baba lo anginake, ayizwe le pain enginayo? So I decided to let me show him iska lesenginaso and the pain le engikhuluma ngayo. So I removed my dress for the to notice me, I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to the country, I'm talking to you, and I need help from you. So I know good, I expose myself to good, like people, abantu abaningi nje banghetha, ngahetheka kakhulu, but I didn't expect ukuthi vele bangithande bonke abantu, but they didn't read the message. Ebengihambisa yona ukuthi when you talk, even endlini umntana okhuluma naye angakubheki emehlweni, there's something wrong, yabona. And people, they will say maybe the government came back to me. Since I went to that summit, I still feel pain, I still at home. There was no government that came to my house. There was no money that I received from the government, and I still need the operation. So that's why maybe you see me, I will always like talk. I will talk because yes, I'm working now, A119, working with the survivor, and the things that I sense about survivor, it brings back all of these things that happens to me all the time. So and then ngiyabona ukuthi kahle kahle awukho omunye umsebenzi engibona ukuthi ngcono kuwo than lo we survivor support, because mina I think I feel what they feeling more than people that they read the paper and see ukuthi oh laba barejiwe laba banjani. So mina I feel, because I connect with that pain naye I feel like. So I'm not saying I'm spiritually say rape, I'm not, but I know how rape women feel after marriage. You will hate yourself. Like nothing is big, a car is cool to see what is happening to my body. And that thing you gonna every day, because every day I'm smelling gas. So man gas every day I can see that I have this scar. And in the end people, they just read the story and it went away. But I mean, I'm still suffering. I'm still suffering to the extent that now what I'm seeing, the boys are passing a Stratton Sage. They are not like far away from me, Manjibala, Eduzan, and how I don't know, because I moved from that place, but now they are passing straight a gate in the Sekaya. So I don't know what to do. I've been asking, at least let me get the RDP so that I move away. Let them put me somewhere
where you going to feel safe,
where I can go and feel safe. So I even asked them, you know what, because this thing is not happening, you're not giving me a house, because the time people they were fighting for the houses, I was fighting my case. So I didn't have time to fight. The opportunity to do that. People, when they fight to go to vote, I was busy going to the case. I couldn't vote. So all of these things that they are needed in this paper that they want, I don't have it because I was attending the case. So if I'm attending the case, that means I'm not existing.
You're focusing on what is important.
I'm not existing in South Africa because I don't have a C form. What is C form when I'm feeling this pain?
So for putting everything into context, or in context for those that don't know your story, so Ausi Phindi was gang raped, and the guys, I almost said gentlemen, really the
monsters.
People, quite clearly, quite frankly, monsters that did this to her got some time in jail, but then they were released from jail, and now it's like she's reliving her experience because they're out of jail, and it's like she's being tormented because she sees them constantly going past, through the streets that she lives at, and that is obviously hurtful because it's not helping the healing process. That's point number one. Point number two, how we got to know Ausi Phindi is through that summit. And it was about gender-based violence, wasn't it? It was a gender-based violence summit. And the president was present there. And the only way Ausi Phindi could get their attention, get them to pay attention to her and her presence and what she was relaying in terms of her story, in terms of her experience, was to take off the dress that she was wearing. And so as to expose the scar that she is living with now, the scar from the operation that she had to undergo after that gang rape. So she has gone through the experience, the ordeal, but it's not over. It continues. It's like something that is haunting you over and over and over again. And over and above all of that, there has not been any follow-up. There has not been any contact from the government officials that were there. It makes me angry. It makes me angry because at the end of the day, these are the people that we look up to. These are the people that we we deserve protection from. We deserve help. Or is this being entitled? Does it sound like it's entitlement? We need help from the people that we have voted for. This is not asking for much. So there still hasn't been any contact of any sort.
No one contacted me. What I heard, because it keep on going, this thing, when I see the boys out, and I was like very angry.
Yeah.
And I wanted a table.
Scared?
I was scared and traumatized, like, what must I do now? And I went on Google and I found out that these boys were in Randburg, I think were Randburg. And I took my boss, we went there to Randburg. And we find another man, they call him Mr. Mulife. And we asked Mr. Mulife, what did you do? What is happening? What is wrong about this case? why I wasn't called when the parole is happening, because
Yeah.
I know that when they do the parole, I have to be called.
Yes.
Why I was not called? It's not our case. I don't know. It's Mr. Like they keep on doing
Shifting
this,
the blame.
shifting, and they end up coming to my house. That's where I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
Where I see police at my house all the time. Like, you know, I'm staying at the location. Some people, they will think I'm spying on them and telling police. I don't even trust these people that they are coming in my house.
Yeah.
What if they're giving information about me to these boys?
Yeah.
Because now these boys know where I'm staying and they didn't know. But these police, they keep on coming to my house.
Yeah.
They keep on continue coming to my work. I told them that, you know what, can you please make me a favor?
Yeah.
Stop coming here.
Yeah.
Because the things that I want, I asked them, you want to sit down with me and talk about this thing? Okay, first thing, can you please take the boys inside? Take the boys inside and then we'll sit down and talk.
Yeah.
They said they can't do that. How can you can't do that when you know how you release the boy? You did release the boy. So take them back in. We can't do that. I said, okay, there's nothing I can talk to you about. Please leave our office. And they keep on sending me messages. He's sending me messages. The last message that I received, it was they want me to come to Alexander for the
rehabilitation
something like that. So I was sitting at home, because when I tell people that I'm living under a rape every day of my life, then I'm thinking about a rape every day, every second. So I'm at home thinking, oh, they want me to come to Weinberg, to Alexander. I saw one boy when I was going to my mother's house. He couldn't see me.
Yeah.
He couldn't see me. He just passed me. So they don't remember me, actually. Some of them don't remember me. So why am I going to Alexander to expose myself to these boys?
To them again. So
Again, they don't see that. Like, even if I told them that these boys don't know me, the others that know, maybe 3 or 4 of them, but all of them, the others, they don't know me. But they want me to come to Alexander. And I asked them, why are we going to Alexander? I was raped in Tembisa, and I'm a resident of Tembisa. And these boys are resident of Tembisa. Why are we taking this to Alexander?
It doesn't make sense.
And the answer, I don't know. They told me about the stadium, and we've got stadium in Tembisa, 2 of stadiums. We've got 3 stadiums. So why are we taking this to Alexander? Alexander Kaizen, first of all, is too tight. I'm in that stadium. We finished this. I'm going. Where am I going?
Really?
Am I safe enough to move from that place to my home? I'm not safe.
Lest something happens to you, because
who's gonna
you're
be
not
taking care
protected.
of me?
Absolutely.
So I'm not safe. And I said, you know what? Just do what you want. Whatever, you take the boy, because the one is inside. You take him out or you take him in. It's not my problem anymore.
It doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't. So what I want to find out is, and please come in if you need to ask questions. I don't want to be the only one talking. With regards to your scar, would you like to talk about how it came about that you had the operation, and the extent of the damage? And you spoke previously about needing another operation. Is it comfortable for you to talk about that, or
no? Okay, I was raped in 2005. Started the first operation, it was 2007.
2 years later?
Yeah, I couldn't walk. My leg, like, I can feel like it's dying. I'm dying in this side. Then I told 119, the people that they were helping me with the case, like, I can't walk now. I can't walk. They took me to Tembisa Hospital. I went to Tembisa Hospital. They told me to come with my boyfriend. Understand, I've been raped. I don't think of the boyfriend. And I want to know what is happening, why I can't walk. And maybe a month or 2 months, it keep on getting worse, so I was vomiting. They took me to Charlotte McCloskey in Joburg. We got there. When we got there, they said, it's an emergency thing, I need to be operated. I couldn't stay so much, like, it was maybe 4 hours. After 4 hours, I was in theater. And then they operated me here, first operation.
Yeah.
And they said, when I wake up, they told me that they remove a red plastic on my vagina. So I took back my mind. I remember when they put the red plastic, when they said I'm wet, and then they wrapped the 4-5 with the red plastic, and put it on my vagina. So I remembered it, but I thought the doctor from the one who examined me from the rape couldn't see it and maybe remove it on that day. Like, okay, it's fine. And I went home. A week when I was at home, I couldn't eat. Keep on vomiting. I went back to the hospital. They said they see something on my stomach. And they opened me on my stomach. I went home. A year after, I feel like I have something on the side of my operation, and it's keep on eating me like I'm feeling I'm pregnant, but this baby is eating me inside.
Yeah.
And I went back to hospital. They said they see a hernia. They said I have to get an operation. They operated me again. After 1 year again, it's like my operation we're doing until I have 5 operations. So the last operation that they did, that traumatized me like a lot. I went to hospital, I was sick, this bone is coming back and it's fast, I can't do anything, I'm feeling pain. When I got there, they operated me and they said I must go home. They didn't close the wound. They said, you must go home, you are very strong. And I went home. When I went home, this thing now it's coming water. And then I went back to hospital. That nurse, when he was cleaning me, I didn't even go to theater or somewhere.
Should be put under
No,
anesthesia.
I was on the what do you call this?
The stretcher.
Yeah, on the stretcher, and he just said to me, "You are very strong. You come back on the difficult things. This is a minor thing." And he was like opening me on my stomach, and said, "Okay, go home now." Sorry. I went home and my auntie took me to KwaZulu-Natal and they tried. And what happened? That means the wound closed outside, but inside is still open. Because now the pain is still there. I still get bloated. I still feel pain. And the other thing that I noticed when I go to hospital is like now I couldn't hold my urine. And when I checked with the doctors, the doctor that examined me told me that, you know what, you have a problem, sis. We can't do anything about this thing. But what they did, the time they operated you, I don't know when, or the first or the second operation, but they reduced your bladder. A bladder of a person is supposed to be 400 milligrams. I think yours is 200. We can't open it.
So you're like a kid?
Yeah.
That's one time.
Yeah, so we can't open it. You'll be like this for the rest of your
What
life.
were they? Doctors or barbarians? I'm lost for words.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's shocking.
then they told me I can use Pampers. They told me I can use they will give me something to put here and then I have to release it every time. And I told them that, you know what, I'm still young.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still young, I cannot use the Pampers first of all.
Yes.
2, I cannot go with this thing that you are saying, carrying things.
Yeah, around.
That means I'll be carrying this thing in all of my
For the
life.
rest
I
of your
can't do
life.
it. Then I went home. I stayed maybe a month or 2 months trying to practice, going to the shop, feeling how it's happening. And then I end up, first thing that I did, it was when I go to the town, I will always have a jacket on top.
Mm-hmm.
Then this jacket, because when I'm pissed, I can't hold it. When I'm pissed, I need to run to the toilet.
Yeah.
Then I'm already wet. Then this jacket, I will like put it on my, so
Around your waist.
yeah, I started doing that. And when I'm going to work, at work, I have this blanket. This blanket, all the time I'm folding it, I always sit on top of it. Like my desk, it's got discover, so they can't see me that side. Then when I'm sitting, I have to
Yeah.
remove my clothes and sit on that thing, so at least it helps me.
Wow.
And like my life, it's not normal at all now. Yes, it's normal when you see me on the street, when you see me making noise, but I'm making noise because I'm feeling pain. I'm feeling pain, like really feeling pain. I don't have a life that people dream of. Like people, they will say they're going somewhere to entertain themselves. It's fine for me to drink here and get drunk and cry and go to sleep. It's fine. That's my life. Like I cannot go anywhere.
So for now, what is needed to help you through this problem? So you have to be operated again, right?
Yes, I need to be operated again.
And what operation is needed, and what is the cost of the operation?
I don't know, but the last time I went to there's a hospital in Tembisa, they told me about for the checkup, and they charged me, I think it was 1.8, and then they said to me I will come back after Corona, then they can help somewhere. But
so if you go private, is
Yeah.
there any way that you can find out what the costs are going to be?
yes, I can go to Zambugot and ask.
Because at this point, I would not trust the National Health.
Yeah, I don't
You have
trust
to,
them.
you have to go private 100%.
Yeah, that's what we want
That's
as well, because
yeah.
I'm fighting for that. Like, I can't go on public.
Of course.
Yes, I'm feeling pain every day, but I cannot go on public. I'm done with public. Yes, I'm poor. I don't have money, but if I have to die like this, let it be. I cannot go to public and kill myself when I see other people are going there and are
They
dying.
never return.
They don't return. So why must I go there? Why must I go there? Why must I go? And sometimes there's this thing people used to say, everything happens for a reason.
And you asked yourself.
I'm asking myself,
Yeah.
what was the reason of me
Yeah.
getting raped? What was the reason? What was the reason of those boys playing with me on the streets, like dragging me? Like I was a toy on that day. When I remember that day, it's like my life, and they just
Take your time.
Like I don't know how we are supposed to live in South Africa as women. I'm not sure what we are expected to do, how much we are expected to go through before enough is enough. So you were treated, I mean, that is inhumane. It's
Yeah.
so inhumane.
One thing that we can tell you is that you have friends here, okay? And whatever we can do to help within our possibilities, that is what we're going to do, you know? And me and my wife were actually talking about this, seeing to find a way or to do something to try to pull some funds to help you get this operation. I don't know when, but we're going to try.
We're going to try.
Okay?
We're going to try.
One thing is for sure, with us too, you have not found friends, but you've found an extended family, okay? And the door here is always open, and whenever you do need help, or whenever you need whatever, don't hesitate to call. You need a lift, you need whatever you want, we're here, okay?
One thing is for sure, I did not picture that it was that intense.
You know, in all, sometimes, you know, the feeling that when I go to work, and if I need to pee on the road, at job at Jen, they give me a letter. This letter I have to give it to the driver.
Yeah.
And this letter is written in English. Our drivers are Zulus.
Yeah.
And I just say to the driver without a letter, because I know that I have to explain this letter, and
Yes.
now I need to like
It's
go
an
outside
emergency,
and pay.
yes.
So they used to call me H1N1 because I'm not scared of urine on the street. I'm not scared of removing my clothes because I always need to remove my clothes. Even if, like, where I'm working, I think they are tired of me. They are girls, but they are tired of me. Like, all the time. They have to do something. Sometimes I'm coming with a taxi. I have to call them, come and pick me up. I'm standing across the street. I can't move. I'm pissed. Like,
Yeah.
you know this thing. And these people, you pass them, they don't recognize you.
And they
after
just
what they
living
did
their
to you.
lives. They're just carrying on.
Yeah, after what they did to you. They've got life now. You don't have a life. I don't have a life. I can't even raise my child because I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm very angry. I don't know, or I'm angry at myself, or I'm angry at the boys that raped me, or I'm angry at the justice system, the way they did. Because sometimes what you told us in court, we believe in that.
Yeah.
The prosecutors told me, asked me, what do I want? I said, even I don't know the sentences, but I know that there's sentence called life sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please give them life sentence? Not even one of them got life sentence.
Because they gave you a life sentence.
Me, I got life sentence, but they did not. They did not. I can't have another child now.
Yeah.
Because they damaged my stomach. Even if I wanted 5 children, I won't have it. Even if I want it, I won't have it. So I asked myself, there is really justice in South Africa? And why women I keep on going outside today to say they are celebrating themselves? I'm even scared of this day.
Yeah.
I'm very scared of this day, that how many women I am going to hear what happens to them today.
Today, Women's Day.
How many women? How many? Just ask yourself. You just enter into your house, you just made a tea to your husband. Just ask yourself that, are you going to end this day? Are you going to end this day peacefully? Are you going to be happy? The happiness that you are showing us on our Facebook and everything, are you really guys happy? Are you really happy? Why are you happy? What makes you happy? Because I don't have a thing that makes me happy. Even my child doesn't make me happy. Even people that they are trying to propose to me, I don't feel happy. I don't feel happy anymore. I ask myself why I'm still here. Yeah. Sometimes when I feel this pain, I just told myself, you know what? Just take me, God. Just take me. I'm done. It's done. Like, just take me. Because there's no other way. There's no other way. There's no one who's living like me. I was asking my sister today in the morning, she's like, who's living like me? Who's doing the same thing that I'm doing today? Every day, early in the morning. I wake up at 4. When you called me, I was finishing bathing. Because I wake up at 4. Every day, 4 o'clock, it's my time to drink grandpa. I've got pains. Even if I can try to, like, fast myself on the bed, like I'm not going out on the bed, I will stand up. The pain will tell me to stand up. I will stand up and go and find grandpa and drink grandpa and sit on the dining room. Even it's how cold it is. So who's living like me? Are they living like me, these boys? Why don't they get married to me? Why don't they come and pay lobola to me and then stay with me? Because no one wanted this second hand. They messed around with my life and they just left me like that. Their life, they are continuing with their lives. They are continuing. Bapila kamnandi, baba pregnant, bana bantwana, impilo yaqhubeka for God. And then what about me? What about me?
And they must have done this to other people as well.
I know.
I mean, if they, this is literally getting away with it. How long did they stay in prison?
Maybe 8 years or 7 years.
8 years. They are sex offenders. How do we know that they are rehabilitated?
That's the thing. And when you sometimes I don't know courts because you cannot say a person guys, can you please make us a favor, call the person who is menzel to come here so that he's and apologize to this person, and then never keep it in and right. Even right, and then they are really want to do apologize to them. But 2 years, they're staying with me. They haven't even made contact with my mom or my sister or me to show that they don't care. They don't care. They don't give a shit. What happens to me happens to me. Why am I crying even now? I'm crying because I feel pain.
Yeah. Oh, guys, I just want to say, I know this is an intense topic. We should have done a disclaimer to say, please, if you feel triggered at any point, you have just note that you might get triggered, and please, it's not for your kids. I don't know how much more to say. At the end, we are here, and these things keep continuing, and one case is more gruesome than the last. There is a story that I was reading, and this woman was raped and repeatedly stabbed.
While being raped.
She was stabbed a few times while she was raped, and it was one person. She went to a tavern she didn't go into a tavern. She was going past a tavern. And this guy that was in that tavern started talking to her, trying to make conversation. She greeted him, and she started walking towards her house. And the guy followed her. And he tripped her. She fell on the ground, and he started raping her. Stabbed her, I don't know how many times, because even after raping her, he tried to slit her throat. He didn't succeed. And after that, when she got away from him, or trying to get away from him, she got off the ground, started running. He followed her, stabbed her some more.
Wow.
She lives to tell the tale.
These people
they should not see the light of day. They shouldn't, because they are going to be repeat offenders, sex offenders. I doubt the rehabilitation story, just like you, because we see more and more cases where the people that have been released, they do the same offenses.
Yeah.
They actually go through.
You know, if you can't give them the death penalty, I would throw them in jail with mobsters. That will take it off their mind. You know?
Wow.
You shocked me. You're going to shock everybody for what happened. You know. I know that we're only talking, and you know, through words, hopefully people understand. Hopefully we get a lot of viewers that that can relate to
the story,
yeah.
and those that can help and assist in some or other way. I mean, every help that can be offered is welcome. You know, I just need to find out. Do you think we have hope? Do you think there is a way that we can come out of this, or is it a matter of, well, we just live through it?
Yes, I mean, I think it's in a CK who stand Sakon Sakupuganai. Let's go back to my roots.
To the basics, yeah.
Let's go back to our rules when Kantolo. We're talking about the justice. What does the justice say? about us, abafazi. Randomly about us, abafazi. Before abuse, before in. What is the justice says about us, abafazi? Who is justice? Who gets in justice? And which way you get to justice? Like, I've been fighting for no justice. People, they will say, Phindi, you got to justice. I did not get to justice. Because the topic in the prosecutor is not a topic in court. There was no life sentence in court. 2, my prosecutor did not explain to me, I've been raped. A person who's been raped, I've been open legs and put a 4-5 with a force on my legs. I was not educated. No one teach me something or something that is not online. At courts, they don't tell us. You know, our courts makes us so stupid to the extent, because you agreeing to the things that they are telling you, you think 4 is 4. Court, they are telling you that straight thing is a straight thing. But, sorry, they are not doing the straight thing. They are telling us that, okay, we will give this person 7 years. And we are happy with 7 years because, 7 years from now, at least maybe I will be in David or in squatter camp trying to get a house there. Life will be...
You would have moved on.
These 7 years that they're talking about, they are talking about 3.5 years. Who must know that when they say 7 years, they are saying 3.5 years?
Yeah.
So that's the thing that they are robbing us with, because when you say life sentence, so now we have to fight with no parole. So that means we still have to fight, even if you sentence the perpetrator. We still have to fight, so that you say with no parole. If you're saying with a parole, we'll see these boys after 8 years outside.
So it's like, even when you hear in America when they take people to trial and they give them like 160 years.
Yes.
So they're giving them 160 years. Even if they do get parole, it's going to be after 90.
And after 90.
Yeah.
So here in South Africa, there's no justice. There's not justice like that.
Look at this story. This woman lives in Philippines, Western Cape, 25 years old. The perpetrator, the rapist, was the same man that attacked a 17-year-old, raped and murdered the 17-year-old. Exactly what you're talking about.
So you see what I'm talking about? This thing that they are not teaching us. They are not teaching us at all.
Besides teaching us, the thing is, if you don't make an example of such things, such cases, your case, when you talk about life sentence, and that's why I needed to emphasize that they might have not gotten the life sentence, but they put a life sentence on
in my life.
Look at all the stories. I have a few that I've seen over the years. I don't know if you remember Felicia Mabuza Sato.
Yes.
She had interviewed a woman that was also gang raped, cut open.
Yes.
From up the abdomen to the lower part of her abdomen. She was left there for dead because her intestines
were coming out.
Were exposed, yes, they were coming out. And she crawled to the road. And this is in the middle of the night. By the grace of God, I will say by the grace of God, because of the amount of things that she did afterwards to help others. She managed to get to hospital, be taken to hospital by this good Samaritan that saw her. Went to hospital, she got stitched up, and she mentioned something, and it goes back to what you were saying about anger, that yes, she's going through therapy, but she was angry for a very long time. And she decided to do something about her anger. Do you think that there will come a time where you say, and it's a big ask, big ask, that you would go to a point of saying, you know what, they did whatever, they will come, they will get their day. They will get their day. Even if that 8 years, that 9 years, that 7 years didn't do anything, they will get their day. And it's not up to me. I am going to release it, which is definitely not easy, if I may tell you. Release it and say, I'm not going to continue to be angry. I'm going to focus on being okay for myself. Do you think there's ever going to be that?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think why she's not going to be able to is because the pain she has every
It's
day.
on a daily basis.
So she's always going to be reminded about it, and it's always going to hurt her every time she feels the pain.
Yeah, and it is a big ask, because if you're reliving on a daily basis, maybe even as you sit here, the pain is still there. It's a constant reminder.
Let me ask, because I'm quite ignorant on how it works here in South Africa, but for example, they just received 8 years. Okay, do you think there's bribes involved or whatever to have them get out so early, or?
No, it's just our justice
No, it's
system.
just our system.
Yeah.
Because I was just thinking
no
that
justice.
they could sort it out with money, but she'll never be able to fix her life again with money,
No.
So
The other story that comes to mind was a young woman that broke up with her boyfriend, her then boyfriend, and he, with his friends, abducted her.
wow.
They gang raped her, and I don't know what they gave her to drink, but she was out for a very, very long time, because she woke up the next morning with her face disfigured. She had scars, her nose was all skew, she had burn scars, like all sorts of scars. And Deborah went to the extent of going to the police station with her to find out what is happening with her case, the investigation, how far it was, etc. And the investigation was nowhere. There was absolutely not even a time where we can say that the perpetrators got into jail and they got arrested and there was some sort of retribution. There was absolutely nothing, to an extent that after a while this girl died from I think if there was anything as heartbreak, that must have been it. She was depressed. She was angry.
Did she die?
Everybody.
Did she take her own life?
No, she died. She died. She didn't take her own life, but the stress, that was mounting on a daily basis, because she is seeing her scars. Everybody's seeing her scars. On a daily basis.
That's what's happening to me. My sister says she doesn't want me to close my room when I'm sleeping. Because there's time, I don't know what happened. Sometimes I used to say, maybe I'm sick, maybe I'm crazy. There's time where I'll wake up on the bed and look at the mirror, and I will be like, the mirror will take me. Take me like inside the mirror. Inside the mirror. And the things that I will see, everything from them dragging me, from them touching me, from them open, like I can see everything, every detail. I can even say, after this one it was this one, after this one it was this one. I don't know what is happening. And then my sister will find me standing on the mirror. I'm shaking, but I'm not a crying person. I cried on that day when they told me that they are guilty, because I wanted people to see what they are doing to me. So for me to explain to people that yes, they did rape me, and they are saying to people, no, we did not.
Wow.
So for the guilt, I was crying on that day.
Yeah.
So that thing makes me like I will shiver until my sister pushed me away and talked to me something, and maybe you know,
calm down a little bit.
And she said to me, I'm even scared to leave you alone in this house. But you know, I'm married. Like, I can't leave you. I can't. I've tried adhering.
Oh my God.
I've tried metro rail. I've
like trying to get run over by a train.
Yeah, to be like the train just pass with me. I'll be fine. I tried tablets.
Yeah.
I tried this red tanks, blue stone. I've tried all of these things, but it's not
just
working.
All.
Like sometimes I can't seriously, and I've got questions that I don't have answers
to.
No one is coming
questions
out and
than
answer me
answers.
these questions. So like sometimes I feel good, I'm done. I'm just going to work, maybe to release my stress, because at work at least you laugh, you will do something that you know you're just pushing a day. But another thing maybe that I can say makes me to feel like maybe I'm still alive. Maybe there's purpose for me. As I've said that I'm working with survivor support for Money 9. So I'm dealing with cases of rape, cases of murder, and gender-based violence, all of it. So I engage with courts.
Yeah.
That thing is eating me because these people, I have to fight with them to do their job. And I still remember them with my case. They were doing like this and they were saying things like this, and it's keep on reminding everything that they were doing. But to see that woman when we woke up out of court, you know, us black women, I don't know who teach us this. We like hugs. So they will hug me and they will thank me. Like that thing makes me, I feel like I'm in a hole. This hole, it's dark, but it's got a little light. When I peek there, I can see it, but I'm in a dark hole. So that light is those women when they grab me and say, thank you, you did a great job, you help us, you know. But sometimes I can see that I'm not helping you. It's all here. If I come back with the answer that it's not make me happy, I'm failing to tell the survivor that this is what they're saying. I will try to get other answers until I come up with the good answer to the survivor.
You know what it is? I mean, I wish, you know, I mean, now I have responsibilities, I have a family, you know. But if I was my old me, I would be like the Equalizer, honestly. I would go around devastating. Because it's just shocking, you know.
It is shocking. It is shocking. You know, I know you will always ask yourself the question, why did I survive? Why am I still here? Why didn't I just die? But I believe that you have a purpose, because for the fact that those women came to you and hugged you and said you did well, you inspire us. I don't think, you know, it's something that is
the gate. So I wanted to move from where they raped me first time. So I move. I wake up. I come up from the house, and while I was walking, these other guys approached me. And they came close. I can see that when I see this, there's a firearm. And they said to me, where are you going? I said, no, I'm going to the Spirit Nyanga somewhere on top there. Like I said, where are you going there? I said, I know, I just want to go and check my uncle. He said, when you said you are pregnant, so now you are going to the Nyanga for what? We want to taste the pregnant woman. They also, all they want to taste the pregnant woman. And they took away, they just take the drive where they wanted, not where I was going. So they used to say in police, but she's the one who picked that place. If I allowed them to take me to the place that they wanted me to go, I wouldn't be here today and share the story. I wouldn't be here. Even today, I'm not passing to that road. Even how come or what's happening, I'm not going in that road. I'm not even going at home. I'm not going to my mother's house.
Yeah.
Because all of this happens in my mother's house, then I'm not going to my mother's house.
Oh, this is beyond belief, and this is the reality that we live with.
Yeah.
Every single day of our lives. This is there's also another story, and there are many of them. It's so disheartening. It makes you feel weak, hopeless. The story that I heard was on radio on the Clement show. This guy called in and said yes, his wife was raped also, and what was gruesome, and whether it's one person raping you or many of them multiple, it does not matter. It
doesn't matter.
This particular woman was also abducted, put in some sort of house, and these guys were there braaiing and drinking, and they were calling others, walking, hey, listen, there's come, and they were all helping themselves onto her, forcing themselves onto her. And she came out with a broken leg, obviously because of the violation and the gruesome attacks that were happening there. And in the end, when she came out of that house, the guys were arrested, but nothing much happened. I mean, what is 8 years?
Yeah.
What is 10 years?
Yeah.
She lived with it for about 5 years, and I mean, in the end, like you indicated, she attempted suicide until she finally succeeded. And when this guy was relaying the story, he couldn't even hold back the tears. But in the end, it's like this: where are we supposed to be? Where are we supposed to go? Because when these things happen, the story comes out, right? 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, second week, it's like forgotten, gone and forgotten. Is it because people are like, okay, well, we're going to look into the next best thing? Or is it because our justice system has failed us so much that they don't even get the cases to go anywhere? Our police don't do much about those situations that you think, well, I got raped, so why should I go and report it to the police? These stories will always be spoken about, but it's there now, and then the next second it's gone.
It's like now I'm busy with a case. This case started in 2018. This woman was raped and killed in 2018, and it drags from 2018 until now. We only go on the 12th for sentencing. But I'm asking myself, why is it that drags so many years to be found? Because this man is here, evidence is here, court is here, magistrate is here. What is it exactly? The answers that I was getting, it was the prosecutor is on leave. So if the prosecutor is on leave,
Everything comes
the
to a
case
stop.
is not working. They said it doesn't want on his case. I said, ask and please answer me. Are these cases we open here your cases? You take them at home. You sleep with it.
Your personal.
It's your personal thing. It's like your phone. No, but he didn't want other people. No. What about this woman? The old woman that is here to support his case.
Exactly.
What are you saying about this woman?
The old woman that is there crying for their child,
Yes.
crying for justice.
For
to
justice.
help. To help.
For it, akafuni kuzala asangathi ufuna ukuzovakasha la ikhona ufuna ukwazi ikhona. Uthi ufuna justice.
Yeah.
The only thing you're supposed to give this woman is justice. And ngeke sambe siyombonela okushilo ukuthi senza ngayo. Not this thing enenzayo. I had a case futhi eMthambeki. Yomntana ona I think they are 15 yomntana. Yazi story sale yomntana siphele ingqondweni yami even today. Ngayiyekelela le case ne mara ngiyezwa ukuthi ikhona into esangishaya. Umntwana bekabuya esikolweni. Badonsa imoto emfake emotweni, bamdonsa emotweni bamfaka bahamba. Bafika kwenye garage lamadoda amrape umntwana boyi3. Bamrape. Lo kyangazi kwenzakala umntwana uphunyuke kanjani wabale kumntwana wabale kwaze wafika kumntwana. Makafika kubo wawa kanti amadolo sewaphelile vele. Ilento bebamenza yona. Mama comics esibhedlela abamcheka wabuya wahlala ngaya lapha ya eyamphula kokugcina kuleya muzi ukuthi we are there mina like i-rape angazi yangenzani like mawukhuluma nge-rape ukhuluma ngenye into kimi ngathi ukhuluma ngesilonda esinye engasaziza kabani mara angisuki ngingakayitholi into engifuna e-raping ukuthi iyini le mntana okay akasabakhumbula abantu ngithi mina kulo mama ngiyam-understand manje ukuthi akasabakhumbula shut it down but one thing engiyazi lo mntwana angambona oyi-1 noma emall noma kuphi mama uzomkhomba mama so ngiyasuke nge-police station ngiyofuna ukwazi ngale cala the answer ngayithola e-police station I think iyabulala lo mama angifike e-police station bathi case sivalile thina umntwana kabazi
Case closed.
I was like ngingenza ngihlanye yabo i-police station ethu bakithi ngenza ngigule bese kube naye labo bababeke lapha ecourt so if i-justice isaphethwe amadoda wodwa we won't get justice.
We don't have justice.
We don't have justice. Let's just forget and go home and sleep. Ayiki justice. If there's men on that panel of justice, I have a faith. Leave it. Let's leave it.
Wow.
Let's leave it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the people that have been responding. Wow, I can't believe it. Okay, this one is from Shanae. Shanae, hi, and she is in UK. She is in Scotland. I didn't know. She's Malachi's older sister. I'm shocked. It's so common. That's what she says. Rape culture is so common now that the punishment isn't even bad anymore. Wow. I'm beyond shocked. I know that we are ranked high in South Africa for these crimes, but it's actually common everywhere in the world. It's like we're not safe, but at the same time we need at least to have some sort of justice, so some sort of relief that you're not going to have this person repeat what they did to somebody else.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we can get justice, like you'll see. You know what I noticed? You remember there was here in South Africa there was this thing of hijacking the FB. What is it? Come on.
You mean the SVP?
Yeah. You remember they were hijacking those cars? What happened? What happened?
I can't even say I remember what happened.
Government, because it was the government money. You touch that money, you money,
Yes.
you touching government money.
You rot in
God,
prison.
and yes, it just take all the police to the street. When you touch that man, you die.
Yeah.
You don't even go to prison.
Yeah.
You touch that man, you die. He knows that you are breaking the economy. So with us, you're not breaking the economy. Sometimes I used to say, why are we still falling pregnant together? Because we keep on getting back to these kids. When they grow up, they are hitting us. When they grow up, they are raping us. You've been raped by your kids.
Yeah. Oh.
Beaten by your kids.
Yeah.
So why are we keeping having these kids? Let God change all of this. Men must fall pregnant. They will do
something.
I've already got a tummy this right now.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
ready.
men must fall pregnant.
She
now.
would love to see me pregnant, I can tell you that.
Wow, this topic, look, it cannot be done in one day or
We have to-
in
we
one
have to- we have to
episode.
pull it
In
out,
one,
yeah.
yeah. And it would be nice to call you back after we, there are some changes and you've had your operation, just to touch base and see what happened, how things are going.
Do you know what I was thinking? I'm always thinking about brides, when I was thinking like we could organise like our own Women's Day.
Bride.
Yes.
Bride.
Yes.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
not? I mean,
like not on a Women's Day.
No.
I don't
no,
want
no,
that.
no.
Our
Our
own-
own-
it's many
Yeah,
days, right?
our own.
there's many days.
Yeah,
We
but
can
the
do-
Yeah,
fact
but-
that this is Women's Day, it's
the fact that the people that we've had already on the show and whatever, and
Yeah.
other people, even just to talk about things and just to
on
Light
a
atmosphere.
let your
Yeah.
hair down.
Yeah.
exactly have a few drinks and just and just relax. That would be nice.
That would be nice.
I
Well,
think gonna be last
I
time
think-
my boss. My boss last
Right.
I never saw like Mlungu. I will say it. I always say it.
You always like.
Yeah, the Mlungu. My boss is a Mlungu, ne? She's a Mlungu. She was a Mlungu before, not now. Now I have a black boss.
Yeah.
She was a Mlungu, but she's my friend now. She loves.
Record, by the way. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, guys, on this topic of sexual violation, sexual assault, rape. A very, very hard pill to swallow. It's not. It can never be easy, and if you've never gone through it, you wouldn't really understand. It's something that we are going to speak about. We have just spoken to Ausi Phindi. We're going to have her back to just touch base and see how things are, what has been happening, etc. But I commend her for the work that she has been doing for the community. And when you think about it, it might look small. It might look like it's something that is not significant. But to the people that are being touched and are being helped and are being fought for by you, it means a great deal. It means the world. It is a purpose. And that's what I believe. Please keep your eyes peeled for more episodes, for more videos. We are going to be sharing the information in terms of our contact details on our website also, so that you know how and where to contact us. We thank you so much for joining us once again, and we are not sure what we're going to talk about next week. We might speak about racism, not next week, but next episode. We might speak about racism, but we are going to announce that on Facebook just to make sure.
I just want to say one thing. For the people that are going to be watching this on YouTube, unfortunately there's a few technical problems, so I'm going to try and edit as best as I can, but there's going to be, the fact that it stopped recording twice.
Yeah,
Technology,
technology.
Anyway, at this point I think...
Okay.
No, go, finish up.
No, we're getting this from Shanae. Thank you so much, Shanae, for making contact. She wants to thank you. Shanae is
Scottish lass.
Malachi's sister. Like I said, she's very grateful that you've shared your story, and it shows strength. And look, we're not saying that you must be Nsimbi, Bogoto, you don't break.
No, I
you
don't like.
break.
I don't like people calling me
Yes.
Bogoto because
Yeah.
I think I'm breaking so
Yeah.
easily. And in Bogoto, it's something I have to carry. When I go home, I'll come with in Bogoto so that people they will see
They will
what
know
is in
what it is in
Bogoto
Bogoto.
and what is me.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not in Bogoto.
So we are vulnerable, we are human at the end of the day. That is what we are, and you cannot change. Yes, you are. But thank you so much. We are going to keep you posted of what is going to happen next in terms of our videos or our episodes. Don't forget to subscribe, hit like, and don't forget the notification bell. Thank you very much. Until next time.
Cheers. Later.
Cheers.
Yeah.